Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am playing in my December project. If you guys couldn't guess that, that seems to be the only thing I have going up on the channel right now. But you know, life is busy. So I did want to point out that the 13th, I did do the 14th on the back of it, and I decided to make the 14th page a little bit larger so it gave it a border around the edge, and I think that that made all the difference. So today I'm going to be doing day 15, and I'm going to be using this page protector with 1 4x6 and 2 3x4s, and I know I want to use this glassine envelope somehow, but other than that, no clue where we're going, so let's see what I can do. Alright guys, so this layout is going to be kind of like the rest layout. I don't know if this is something that I've done in my December projects before. I'm trying to think back and I don't think I've done it. But this year I am going to talk about rest and downtime because this year is the first year that I have desperately needed it and took a day to not do anything at all. I literally slept in, I laid in bed, I went back to sleep, I got up late, I ate lunch and sat in, you know, the love sack all day long and did nothing but go into my room and play with paper for a few minutes because I desperately needed it. Now I just did use alcohol ink on that plasticky star like you have seen me do in the past. I really like the look of it and I really like that pop of green in my album, so I'll continue to do that probably through the rest of the album since I've done it a couple times already, but it's just something that I wanted to do. So this idea of rest. I know that not everybody can have a day off and not do things. And, you know, I made the choice not to do things. So I made the choice not to clean my house that day. I made the choice not to scrub the toilets. I made the choice not to do my Christmas cards. I made the choice not to go buy gift wrap. I made the choice not to wrap up my Christmas shopping. I made those choices knowing full well that those things were still on the horizon and those things still had to be done, but I needed a day. I definitely needed a day. So COVID, here we go. COVID is draining. It is draining for sure. Especially when you have a team of people that, whether they realize it or not, look to you for clues of how they should be acting. So when COVID started, you know, you have to be the strong leader. Then we had, you know, threats of riots and stuff like that. And I was the strong leader. I could not show any kind of fear. Not that I really had fear because, you know, I kind of think of myself as a badass, but, you know, I had to be strong for the team. And then when things go down, people look to you and you are the strong one. And that is very draining. I love being that person. I love being the person that people feel like they can talk to and they can vent to and they can go to. Even if they don't want help and they just need someone to vent to, that's like, I love being that person. But being strong for everyone does take its toll. So I needed, you know, rest. I needed a down day and I took it. And it was great. It was so good. The only thing I wanted to do that I didn't do that day was take a nice long soak in the tub. But I did take a nice long hot shower, which for me was a long shower. So it's a joke now in my family, but my shower, I can shower, shave, get ready, all that kind of stuff that you have to do in the shower as a woman in like between 4 to 6 minutes. And when I take a long shower, like that's like an 8 to 9 minute shower. So, you know, I took a long shower. For me, 9 minutes is a long shower. So I did take a long shower that day. Okay, let us get back to the things that I'm doing. So this is a glassine envelope and I knew I wanted to use it on this page. Didn't know exactly how to use it. So I put a bunch of the prismatic silver sequins inside of it and then I made sure to adhere it shut with my ATG. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue it on this glitter paper. And I did finally bring out that wood grain. I just trimmed off a plank width and then used my grid mat to put it straight across the page. So I will have to bring in some more wood grain, and I'll have to put some wood grain on some of those decorative pages in the beginning, because right on the 15th I have wood grain, and I don't want it to just be smack dab in the middle of the album and not other places as well. But anyway, I've got that down. I'm just kind of moving the sequins about a little bit so that they're not completely piled up on one part. I add a little bit of ATG to the back of my star, and you really can't see it through the back of the star. With the plastic and the alcohol ink, it's not really visible. But if you were worried about that, you could use like a full sheet of adhesive, like a sticky back adhesive. And then I go ahead and use my dot runner for this snowflake, just because I didn't want to have to deal with the extra adhesive peeking out where there are holes in the snowflake or anything like that. So the little Scotch dot runner is perfect for that. I decided to add on my little word right here that says blessed. Now, when I originally had this page in my head, I was going to actually have it say cozy and blessed. But I decided to put the cozy up there in the photograph of me cuddled and huddled under the covers. Now, I really liked this making spirits bright sentiment for this day's page because it really was about kind of recharging and bringing back the Christmas spirit. However, it was facing the wrong direction. And on the other side, it had some blue colors, and that just wasn't going to work for me. So I grabbed one of my grid cards and I trimmed that down to a 3x4. And then I decided I was going to use some washi tape to kind of recreate what was going on the pre-printed card. So I have this plaid, green and red plaid washi tape that's going to go here on the edge. And then I have this silver glitter kind of scallopy washi tape that is going to go on the edge of the plaid washi tape. So I'm making the border basically double the width of what it is on the original card. But that's okay, because, you know, the silver has to happen. And there is a good amount of silver on every single page on here. So that makes me happy. So I'm going to go ahead and put those down and then wrap those pieces around. And then I'm going to lay down my journaling after I cut out these tags. So I'm just going to cut these out with some regular old scissors. And I am not really too concerned about if I'm cutting them exactly straight or if I'm cutting them, you know, too much. It doesn't matter to me. Like this is just a little addition that is going to go on top of my card here. So I am going to leave it where I don't completely separate spirits and bright, because that's the way it's kind of set up on the paper. Spirits overlaps bright ever so slightly, and I figure if I could leave it cut out like that, you're still going to get that feeling that is overlap there. So I'm just going to put it down here on the bottom, and at this point, this is the point where I realize, oh crap, I don't know where my number's going. So I'm kind of panicking for a second. This is me just like staring and trying to figure out what the heck I'm going to do. And then at this point, I'm like, well, I might as well just finish decorating it. I know that the numbers are not going to go here. I don't like the hearts. And I don't know what it is about the hearts. Maybe it's because I have so many stars on the other page, and I have a large star here on this lower part of the page. And I'm thinking that that's probably what it is. So I went ahead and grabbed some of these Jolie's Boutique silver stars and just put a couple there. Now I am going to go ahead and journal, even though I have no idea where my number is going to go yet. So my journaling says, some days you just need a down day. And I took my down day. I didn't worry about the cards that aren't made, the baking not done, and the menus not planned. I just took time to enjoy the peace of the day. And honestly, you guys, like, it has helped me so much having that down day and not having to worry about things. And I know, like I said, I know that the things are still here, but I needed that peace. I needed that moment where I didn't have to think about it, where I didn't have to worry about if I'm getting my Christmas cards out or if they're going to be New Year's cards. Like, it doesn't matter. Ultimately, that doesn't really matter. I needed this in my life for my December to go well, so that's what's going to happen. And thankfully, I have a husband and a kid that still lives at home that were completely supportive of the idea. So this is where I'm like, okay, let's actually figure out where the number 15 is going to go on this page. So I pull out my numbers, and at first I was going to put it right here on the wood grain, and I liked it. But then I tried it over here on top of the glassine envelope, and I really liked it there. Now, to make sure that it sticks, I'm pulling out that Nouveau Deluxe adhesive. You guys have heard me wax poetic about it before. It truly is the best liquid adhesive that I have ever used. I have great results with it. It just is a nice adhesive. So that is going to do it for day 15. Please make sure to take your downtime and make sure to take your moment to rest if you need it. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you again real soon for another video.